Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 16 of season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're coming to the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things that we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 16, Paradise Lost. Here we go.
It would happen anytime Charles touched anyone. He and that person would both see someone's death.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't, the subject of the Vision's death, just somebody in the Vision would die. 1970.
Nathaniel and I will do everything we can to continue our father's work.
I'd expect nothing less from the Malick boys.
There's two?
Who is still very powerful. And if he wants us to I don't give a damn what he wants. Dad never believed in Whitehall's Hydra, and we're not going to start now.
They're
not asking, Gideon.
Oh, how powerless he must have felt. Oh, what a transition.
You didn't tell me he was a looker. I don't know what I expected, but...
Wait, who are you talking about?
Our guest.
Are you saying that he's here?
Lovely!
He showed up earlier and asked me to gather the inner circle. They're on their way now.
So they're coming here today.
Gideon.
So glad you could join us.
I'm honored that you would visit our home.
I want to know what he saw.
I felt it was time
Time for what?
to reveal my true self.
Curious. His daughter looks like a young Laurie Holden, though. I've been thinking about it ever since she first showed up. Oh. What was that?
You said you killed him.
I did.
Well, you didn't kill him hard enough.
I'm sorry about Andrew. If you need
I don't want to talk about that any more than you want to talk about this.
just feel like we're only fixing problems that we created.
Plus side, maybe I'll get a chance to kill him too.
Yummy! Delicious! What's for lunch?
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, right?
But leaving him for dead on another planet isn't enough to get rid of that guy.
You're looking better.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever this thing is has Ward's memories, so why hasn't it come after us?
We know it destroyed an entire civilization over there. Who knows what it has planned here?
You see anything else? Anything that might help us out?
Yeah, we didn't see her second vision, did we? Oh no, we saw like a piece of it. I wonder if that's all it was, though.
They must have something he needs.
If we can figure out what it is.
It'll lead us to Ward.
This is not Ward.
Sure is creepy like Ward.
We're splitting up.
Lincoln and Daisy have a stop to make in the Badlands.
What's in the Badlands?
There was this inhuman in Afterlife. He might have answers about whatever's possessing Ward. It's a long story. I'll explain on the way.
We're in the dark, but right now, Ward and this thing, they're not afraid to take what they want or kill who they want. So what's our advantage?
They're not afraid.
I like it.
I've seen something. I saw a vision of the future.
What did you see?
My death.
Oh.
I felt so much pain. I was torn apart from the inside.
Oh.
You have to tell our guest he can help save you.
Or he's the one that caused it.
My killer. It was him.
Why are we here? Our dad's body is barely cold.
I felt it was vital we spoke before your upcoming stone ceremony.
Wow. Oh, flashback, sorry. I thought he was alive again somehow.
A ceremony where grown men draw stones from a bag?
To be chosen as the Traveler is a great honor.
An archaic blood sacrifice.
You're a coward.
He's not wrong.
Answer me this. How do you suppose he survived all those ceremonies? From what I heard, he was quite gifted with a certain parlor trick. Why leave to fate what you can decide for yourself?
Nice try. We're done here.
There's a book in your father's study, Paradise Lost. Take a look. I believe you'll find it most illuminating.
Let's go.
I'm sure it would be, considering the situation. And that is, in fact, the title of the episode.
I think he's gonna do it tonight in front of the others.
You brought him back.
I'm as shocked as you are. but he sent Gira away.
God damn.
He thinks he no longer needs me, and it makes sense for him to kill me as a show of power to the others.
Whatever this is, you can fix it. You remind him how important you are.
They both thought they could. I mean, she's still naive to the situation, I think, but yeah, okay, that is in fact all she saw. I guess that's all we're rinsing through, but we already know that bit.
His name's James. He's a demolitions expert. He made a big scene ranting about the second coming of some ancient inhuman who could raise the dead.
Well, looks like he wasn't all that wrong. But yeah, as far as Malick goes, he underestimated about this. He thought he could control this entity, or at least his part of the bargain, but he's like quickly lost control of the entire situation since he returned.
She's a true believer.
I tried to raise her right, same as my dad raised me.
She'll play a key role in this.
Well, I'm happy to hear it. How fortunate it was for all of us that I was able to find you and bring you home. How much do you remember of those years, of your many hosts? Do their memories live on in you?
Why, is there something you'd like to ask them?
God, this is wild. I love it. I love it so much.
So handprint locks into the grips. Firing pin won't engage without the designated hand on the trigger.
Instead of shooting us, they'll just bludgeon us to death.
Yeah, I mean, he could.
Lincoln, USOB. Take your little boy band hips to scruff and piss off.
What a sweetheart.
Fair warning, pretty boy. You take one more step, you're gonna regret it.
James, we only want to talk.
Please tell me she didn't just step on a mine. Oh my God, she did, didn't she?
Don't move. You're standing on a landmine.
I did say one more step.
A little excessive. A little close to his house, too.
Can you hold it down?
Or I'll blow off my leg.
A little more than your leg.
What are you doing?
I mean, that's one thing to do. Oh, okay, it was kind of low powered. I mean, that still would have taken a leg or a foot.
Okay.
Daisy, wait.
Oh! Nice! Fuck all your mines! Well, what was that about not using powers?
Paradise Lost. Whitehall was right. Whitehall's a blowhard. He was trying to mess with us.
Oh, it wasn't actually about the story itself. It was what was in the book.
Would swap in this stone during the ceremonies and feel for the notch to make sure he never drew it from the bag. He would never do that. But he did. It's all right here, Gideon. Dad was afraid to be the traveler.
Afraid or just not stupid?
Everything he said to us was a lie. Maybe Dad wasn't who we thought he was. We'll be better men.
Oh, did he send his brother
we do the
through?
ceremony the right way and let fate decide.
Oh, and then his brother got selected, I'm presuming.
Together to the end.
What about that? I mean, he's clearly not here today, so something happened.
Once we begin, there's no turning back, whatever happens.
If you were me, I know exactly what you'd say right now. It's time to man up.
We have devoted our lives to bringing the Hydra god back from exile, and I know some in this room have doubted that he'd ever return. You doubted me.
They were wrong. My exile's over. As promised, all of the travelers will finally return. You'll all get what you deserve.
Oof. And what does that mean?
See and believe.
Oh. Whoa! Holy Medusa! What the hell? He's got the tentacles.
I'm sorry. I just can't get over the irony of this whole situation. Zhang elected to give you powers? Lincoln.
Can we just stop beating around the bush and just tell him the truth?
Why don't you leave me out of whatever little plan you and Zhang have?
Zhang's dead, and Afterlife is a pile of ashes.
Well, hallelujah.
We're on the same side, so why don't you tell us what you found?
I don't really do things out of the kindness of my own heart. I haven't really understood that behavior, to be
Well,
honest.
you're gonna die if you don't
That's why I
anyway.
brought a little
It's here.
incentive.
Hell,
I know all you've ever wanted is to be like us. So I thought I'd put that offer on the table.
You should have opened with that.
We go through with this, I wonder what his power would end up being.
Sir, gear is coming your way.
Jeez, that was actually really fucking fast. Catapulted through the air.
Not so fun when we take away your toys, is it?
If it's just inanimate objects or inorganic objects, could he like just strangle her with her own shirt or the zipper? God damn.
So we're doing this the hard way.
That was so goofy. And could he use his powers to levitate his own shoes, though, to give him, like, elevation? Maybe that's what he was doing when he did that little, like, wall run.
I don't usually like getting my hands dirty, but for you, I'll make an exception.
Don't bother.
Nice. Hell yeah, we got him! Let's go. Oh, wait. If Ward can still see what he sees, though, that's not going to be very good. Oh, great.
Damn it.
Get out of there, right now. Go,
Just that, damn it, was lovely.
This was interesting.
Oh, whoa.
It's Cree.
Well, from what I can gather, it was snatched up by this ancient that you're badgering me about. After the Cree were killed or driven out or whatever.
When the Inhumans revolted against them.
And it was your man that led the charge. They called him Alphonso.
One of the first Inhumans.
Powerful. Designed by the Cree to command the Inhuman army for them. That idea really bit him in the ass, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, this priceless artifact is yours. If you want it, just give me the damn crystal. You like.
Wow.
Jiang was right about some things. Not everyone deserves powers.
And you do? Well, now that you got electricity running through your veins, you might actually kill someone.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, boyfriend of the year didn't tell you how his last relationship ended. He nearly murdered the poor girl. But I can see by your face that you're familiar with that side of him.
Oh.
Wait up, but you're wrong. Men like him don't change.
What's that story?
What do you got there?
Our guest seems to have taken a liking to me. Got me a gift. A token of appreciation.
Because one of those travelers was his brother. That's why he asked that question earlier.
Good night, Dad.
Love you.
I love you too.
See you in the morning.
Probably not.
The Sternus vulgaris, or European starling, one of America's scariest invasive species.
They're just birds.
Birds can be scary. Imagine a flock of 1,000,000 coming to peck your eyes out with their tiny little beaks.
All right.
So they were studying birds and bugs?
And all sorts of other invasive species. Yeah, they were genetically engineering plants and animals to resist them.
Why would it burn the evidence then?
Either he wanted to use it and was covering his tracks, or he was afraid of it.
Okay.
The organisms we found on the bones, I don't think he's controlling them. I think he is them.
He's a parasite that retains the memories of the body he took over.
Sounds even worse when you say it like that.
Hey, it's pretty much almost exactly what we said earlier. Wow.
You were there. You saw.
We do what we have to do. That's your words.
And that's what I've been telling myself.
I know you don't believe that that's true.
It was true for you. You were left no choice on that planet. You did the right thing, but I crossed a line. Ward deserved to be punished, but no one deserves to handle life.
No, he did deserve it. He did deserve to have his chest caved in. No question.
That's not the point. It was payback. That's not what we do here.
Yeah.
Well, what was the alternative? I mean, letting him live, letting him win?
Don't you see? When I killed him, he did. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I just didn't think it would actually come back to haunt me.
Not physically, at least.
We see such great potential for humanity. Those who are worthy will inherit a better world.
And those who aren't?
Well, they won't be there to see it, I would imagine.
So you kept it. After all these years.
There's no reason for her to see this.
I invited her here. She deserves to know the truth about her father.
You've had this notched stone since that day at the pond.
Oh, he didn't actually throw it.
You knew you'd never be chosen.
Ooh, wow.
I thought we had a deal. I thought.
Let's go. What happened to together to the end, brother?
So all these years, you just lied to my face?
He was selfish.
Do what you have to.
This needs to be made right, but I still need a Malick by my side.
Is that still her uncle talking? Oh. Oh, well,
I understand sacrifice.
God damn. Okay, I guess she wasn't going to be playing a larger part in this going forward.
How most inhumans have this feeling where nothing feels right, just empty.
Like how I spent my entire life searching for my parents. It's a classic attempt to fill the void.
Well, I tried to fill it with vodka, but I couldn't control it. The drinking or my temper. I don't even remember what we were arguing about that night. But the more I drank, the angrier I got. I just wanted to get away, so I got in the car. I don't know why the hell she got in with me, trying to talk me down. We ended up wrapped around the telephone pole. She was basically dead. But then Gordon showed up. They saved her and me. And for the first time, I felt like that emptiness might be filled one day. I want you to know that I would never hurt you.
I know.
Sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I don't want any more secrets.
We're gonna talk about what you saw then?
I have to tell you, I got another glimpse into the future. I don't know when, but someone on our team is gonna die.
Okay, it's gonna be Yo-Yo. They're on the team wearing the logo, but they're not the main team. Which is sad though, because she's like a genuinely endearing character. But I thought that was gonna be the fake out, was that it was Yo-Yo, but it wasn't. But now I'm definitely thinking it is indeed Yo-Yo. Wow. Oh!
Guerra's escaped.
God, this guy is a problem. Oh, you can control your hand. He's a little confused by that. Dude, he should have been like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
We don't need to fight anymore.
This is gonna bring the, plane down. Jeez. Oh. God, I mean, that could have been a more rough landing, but I guess he wasn't willing to go down with the ship just to make a scene.
Daisy.
To disable everybody while he makes out.
We need. May? Blind's dead. Everyone from our team is on that plane.
Not everyone. You put together the Secret Warriors Initiative for a reason.
We calling in Yo-Yo.
Let's call them in.
Joey, bringing him back in too, because we haven't seen him in a minute.
Sacrifice is never easy. Together to the end.
Wow. That is insane. I like that we didn't get a good look at, his true form, but God, I can't wait. I hope we do get to see it. But also them trying to understand what he is. Like when he degrades these corpses and stuff like that, or breaks off his body, he is a living hive of these parasitic organisms that collectively create matter, dissipate. It's not really a sand, I'm guessing. It's just the particles that make up his body. And that's what eats these people, takes over these people, that he imparts into those around him. And he was one of the original Inhumans. He was designed to lead the Inhuman army, but it got to the point where the Inhumans of the time feared him so much that they united with humanity to lock him away. And is that because his entire purpose, because of this hive mechanism that he has, he was basically meant to be the one-man controller for that army, forcing its will upon a greater machination. They're talking about these invasive species, how to combat them, how to deter them. So they were working in these ways to try to break that up. These, again, conglomerates, these swarms of birds, these swarms of insects. He is a living, walking, talking swarm. So whatever they were trying to do there, maybe he destroyed all of that work because whatever they were working on to break that up may affect him as well. Maybe break apart his ability to, congeal into a unit that functions. Maybe disrupt that communication between the individual particles. I'm curious about all of that. Also kind of curious about, he does know and doesn't need to know more than what we saw, at least up until this point. But I thought with Greer being in there and captured, we'd have more of a play on that whole idea that he can see what his pawns, his thralls, also see and hear. Like we've seen that before. He saw and heard things that he heard and experienced that was there for. When Greer was talking all on his own with Malick, which was meant to be in confidence between the two, it's supposed to be something that he kept secret from Ward, he still knew it. He still heard it. And they did talk as this collective we. So I imagine that's what it was. That's my guess. It's wild to me that we got this story about Malick who, over their many years of running these rituals and being like one of the head families of this cult, he kind of took after his father in this way that especially after he learned that his father had been gaming the system the entire time, kind of tainted his idea of that. And in this way, it just goes to show that at the end of the day, no matter how devout he pretends to be, he still fears what it is they are doing. Like he's trying to understand, he wants to understand, but he's afraid they don't have the whole picture. And just of putting his own life on the line. So much so to the point that he sabotaged his own brother. And now we also learned that the memories of all of the hosts over the years, every traveler, every person that was sent over and consumed by this thing, their memories live on in this creature. He was talking to his brother. His brother got to kind of talk back, and then his brother made out with his daughter, which is fucking weird. Who knows? Maybe for a split second, for a while that was going on, he recessed away. That persona, that personality melted back, and it was Creature Ward or whoever, but yeah, he was just talking as the uncle and then went to town and then murdered her so they would feel real sacrifice. Their chess game against each other that they are playing, like he's trying to just find his footing in this position. Ever since this creature came back and got strong, he's been trying to figure out how to secure his safety this entire time, especially now that he saw that vision. He's been more desperate to do so as well, but it also carried around this guilt and the way he's poking and prodding, trying to figure out if there was any answers, any consolation, or anything of note about what his brother went through, or if his brother was still in there in some way. And I wonder if that was to connect with his brother, if there was the hope of that, so that he could ask for forgiveness, or if it was to ask more or less if this entity knows what he did. He's trying his best to get the best of this entity, and it's just not working out. Meanwhile, Lincoln and Daisy went on this little journey to go find this guy who... How did he even find out about it? I forgot about it, because it's not like he had powers. So how did he stumble upon... I know he was digging through some stuff in Jiang's quarters, trying to dig through their ancient texts and stuff like that. Obviously the stuff that she feared, like the monoliths, the portals to this other world where this thing was sealed away. That's what she feared. She was withholding that information from the rest of them just to kind of make sure that people wouldn't be tempted to reach out or learn more about it or release this thing if they found out about it. He just kept poking and prodding and be like, what the hell is this about? This is our history. This is our heritage. Because of all of that, he was never allowed to turn because of the way he behaved and acted in Afterlife. I mean, I could be remembering it wrong, but it seemed like it implied that he knew about it before he started going through all of Jiaying's stuff. And then I'm just like, well, how did that happen? Correct me about that if I misunderstood that bit. And then he's just trying to turn it around on Lincoln. Obviously, he's jealous. He's lashing out, and he knew Lincoln back before anybody else did, before he even got chosen to get powers. You know, we had a little more of Lincoln's history drudged up. Obviously, it gives us context for that relationship with that guy that helped him out, which I presume was his sponsor or something along those lines. After he did start to try to clean up and all that, and like, it's just like his story is extremely heartbreaking, man. Like, you're feeling empty, you feel lost, and sometimes it can be a substance of any kind, or a habit, or a quest, or something you occupy yourself just trying to fill this emptiness. And it seemed like they were implying that as Inhumans, they, no matter what, have a void that they cannot fill until they turn. So it makes me wonder, like, if she had never even got her powers but still happened to meet her parents, would she still feel empty? Like, even if that's what she was focused on, would that still, if she never got the Terrigen crystal or anything like that, or the, you know, her transformation, would she still feel that emptiness? And then if that was the case, what would she have done next if that wasn't enough? I don't know. The more we learn about the Inhumans and their makeup, it's just really wild to kind of go through. And obviously, you know, now that the team knows that Ward is back as this zombie that is kind of carrying around this alien host, you know, it's just putting Coulson's decision right back in his face again, because he's not proud of what he did, because like he said, we're not supposed to just lash out or get revenge. That's not what we're here to do. Whether he deserved it or not, that's not meant to be his call to make. It wasn't in any way, shape, or form the same kind of call that Fitz had to make in his situation with Will. So, yeah, I don't know. I liked all of that and the way that he's kind of wrestling with this, especially now that this living, walking reminder is walking around in Ward's body, to just kind of throw that in his face. It's like when we give in to revenge, the only person that really wins is the person we took out at the end of the day. Like, in that moment when I killed him, Ward won. Oh, it's complicated. I'm real curious about where this is all going to go. I really thought the Malick daughter was going to end up being a major player. I thought he was going to die, and then she would kind of take his place, at least up a place in the show, moving forward as a character. But we just had this episode and that one scene earlier, and she got done in, but she was like full on Kool-Aid. Even so much to the point where once this truth that came out about her father, she was like, no, kill him if you must. He was right. He did raise her to be a true believer, so much so that she did not give two shits. I mean, she was upset about it, but she's the one that was like, kill him if you must. Do what you gotta do to make this right. And blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah. And then she died. What a wild situation we're in, man. I really don't have too much else to add about this episode. It was such a wild one. A lot of backstory on Malick, the cult, and a lot of information about Ward and this creature. And I can't wait to see what they do to figure this out. Who ends up dying on the thing now that all of our non-powered S.H.I.E.L.D. members are trapped on this plane with Mr. Psychic Hands. Daisy's left to call in the Inhuman Squad. Well, as far as I can remember, the only, it's Joey and Yo-Yo. Is there anybody I'm forgetting about? There might be. Those are the only two I can remember at this point. I mean, that's Yo-Yo's necklace in the plane in her vision. And like we found out that it doesn't mean that the person that saw the vision has to die, but somebody in the vision does die. We just don't know who it is. They're not killing Daisy. I'll tell you that right now. So it's going to be Yo-Yo or Joey or both, or who knows. Or hopefully just somebody, maybe they're Hydra undercover wearing a S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform and they died and had snatched her necklace and they got ejected into space or whatever. And it's just none of our heroes die. Extremely optimistic. I could see them pulling a fake out like that, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But guys, I'd love to know what you all thought. So sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, gives you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, York, Korskov, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Shane Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Sam Oyer. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.